Hi everybody, it's Melanie Dawn. It's been a while. I haven't felt motivated to do a YouTube video. Been focusing on other things, but I'm feeling really connected today and tapping in really well. And so I figured I would do a video today, kind of a general read. See what comes out. I got a few new decks that I will be probably incorporating. I intuitively kind of choose which decks to read from, but generally when I do an an in-depth kind of type reading, I use the majority of my decks that I have right here anyway. So I'm starting with the Affirmators, which is a really great affirmation deck, and it adds some humor, so I definitely recommend it for those of you that, I don't know, want a fun, silly, cute affirmation deck. It's positive, so it's nice to give out some positive little notes, especially when tarot reads, and some oracle cards can get pretty deep and serious, and so anyway, let's see what they have to say. Okay, so I'm seeing the confidence card flew out. It was kind of in the reverse position, so at this time of your life, it may be calling for you to open up more and, find your confidence. And I can give myself as an example. I recently created this YouTube channel to work on building confidence in front of the camera. I still, I guess, don't show my face, but my presence is still here, and it's, enabling me to talk out a reading rather than type out a reading, so it's really helped me. So sometimes there's things that you may be afraid of, but if you, start taking steps in that direction and work on conquering your fears, there's a lot of great benefits for you there. So this card says, in the moment, I take a step back and look at myself with the pride of a good mother. I see an abundance of abilities and talents that show up all the time in big and little ways. If I could stick myself on a refrigerator, I would. I would invite all the neighbors over and say, look at that. Can you believe what an A+ that is? So it's also working on being proud of yourself, that you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and doing things, I guess, that you wouldn't normally do. So what came out also is the spontaneity card. It came out sideways, so I do read cards in the sideways position. So this to me is maybe having that curiosity to be spontaneous, or maybe it's something you're working on. But it kind of goes well with the confidence card, stepping out of the comfort zone and doing something different than you normally would. So this one says, do you like spontaneous adventures of the highest caliber? The only acceptable answer to this question is yes. So buckle up, Charlie. You're about to take a wild ride through the unexplored, unconventional, and underrated. You're about to learn that yes is a magic word with the power to unlock new dimensions in space, time, and after-hours hangouts. Yes will lead you to experiences you didn't think possible, and teach you that lifelong friendships are sometimes lurking just behind a karaoke singer's mullet. So this made me think of the movie Yes Man with Jim Carrey. Not sure if you've seen that movie. If you haven't, you should. It's funny. And he says yes to every single thing, every question that's asked of him, or just anything that's asked of him. He says yes to it. So he gets himself into little predicaments. But it's, he changes overall as a person by opening up more and having the confidence to do so. Brings in more kind of opportunities into your life. So I am also seeing the gentleness card, and this is the card for kind of being gentle with yourself as you're kind of working towards this and doing this, because it's not easy for some to just, find that confidence that's not already strongly in their lives. So I speak with gentleness and I listen with gentleness. I align with the, hold on, sorry about the clock. I align with the gentlest parts of myself, and I take joy in being receptive, open, and unafraid. I am like a baby deer who's best friends with a baby elephant. The baby elephant wraps his little trunk around my shoulders, and we lie down gently on the grass, daydreaming and talking about what sorts of humans the clouds look like. So, just being gentle with yourself through the process of opening up and being more spontaneous and possibly saying yes a bit more. Maybe not as much as Jim Carrey did in the movie, but I don't know, it could be a fun little exercise or experiment to do. So next, I guess I will do my goddess guidance. Oops, oracle cards. By Doreen Virtue. For some reason I do connect pretty well to her cards, even though she doesn't believe in them anymore. But at the time she made them, she did, so that's why I still use them. So 2 cards came out. One is quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. So this is a great card for if you're feeling stress or overwhelm, or if other people are making you feel that way. I guess I shouldn't say the word making. You're allowing yourself to be bothered by other people. Or, yeah, just to kind of get more in alignment with yourself. And then you got the infinite supply card. This is a great card. It says you are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So she's kind of sitting with herself, and even there she looks like she's having some quiet time, but she's realizing that, she doesn't need kind of outside supplies or resources to fill her cup, or to feel good, or to feel nurtured, or to feel supported. So she knows that all of that lies within her. So she just needs to kind of get quiet and tap into that, internal resource. Because a lot of stresses and things can be caused by outside sources, or wanting to fill your cup through outside sources. And since we can't really expect other people to do things or be a certain way, it's more peaceful and kind of easier to just go within and access all that you need right there within you. And then the bottom of the deck is inner wisdom, which is, the same thing, really tapping into, to get all the messages you need from within yourself. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. So instead of seeking external, I don't know why I said that, sorry. External wisdom, you can receive the find the internal wisdom and get that infinite supply, and easily tapped into through quiet time. I'm still laughing about what I said. Next is the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins. This is one of my new decks, and I very much connect with this one. So first card out is the self-employment card. It was in reverse, so some of you may be contemplating this or maybe having some personal doubts about starting your own business. But I feel it popped out because it's something that you should think about and dive into, especially with that spontaneity card and the infinite supply card. And if your inner wisdom is kind of keeps nudging you towards this, maybe it's time to pay attention and listen. You can't really read this card anyway, but there's the picture. It says you were born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. Next card out is self-forgiveness. So this to me feels like it's maybe holding on to some things in the past, and that can cause you to be at a standstill or not enable yourself to move forward towards new endeavors, or for instance some new adventures here, self-employment. So this card says, let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. So, time for some forgiveness so you can let that go. What happened in the past has made you who you are today and has brought you to this point. So, I feel like it's time to kind of move beyond whatever that is. Next card out is the Yes card, which made me laugh because of the Yes Man movie and the spontaneity and confidence card. So this is just confirmation right there. It says your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. So this yes, I'm just also feeling is saying yes to more spontaneity, yes to more confidence, and just yes to that self-employment or taking those little risks in the right direction. Next card will be Power of Surrender by Judith Orloff. She also wrote a great book called The Empath Survival Guide, which I love. And I love these cards. I use them in all of my readings. Surrender to wonder and awe. This is also great when being kind of spontaneous and moving out of your comfort zone. Surrender to wonder and awe. Open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. So this card always reminds me of wonder and awe. That's kind of how kids look at the world, without being jaded or judgmental or worried or stressed. So kind of adopt that mindset of a child and how you kind of look at life and look at people and situations, and it allows you to kind of flow more freely and not be held back or not be stagnant, I guess, or afraid of that confidence in moving forward. Surrender to complete healing. So whatever kind of stands in your way of getting to where you want to be. I feel there's kind of a deeper diving into the healing aspect of self that can help open a lot of doors to you. See how she's like in this picture? She's looking into the, I don't know, infinite unknown in a way, right? Ready to just move forward with nothing standing in her way or holding her back. And I feel like she has surrendered to wonder and awe here, and she's just ready to go. So it says, open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. That will allow you to say yes more. I know it's backwards, but I'm still going to show it. Surrender to what is. This is the card about flow as well. So the Wonder and Awe card says, keeps you connected to the ecstasy of flow. Same idea. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. That resistance is what takes that peace away. So go with the flow. Those just flew out. Okay, so these are good ones because these kind of are kind of negative vibing cards. So it says surrender comparisons with other people and surrender the idea you can fix someone. See how those kind of have a more heavy energy about them? Trying to control or trying to change or trying to be like someone or wish you were like someone, and those do not serve you well or in a positive light. So surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. See how empowering that last statement was? Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing, and that's true. Trying to make someone change or, rush kind of divine timing along is just stressful and will frustrate you because this person or these people need to figure it out on their own timeline. And, sometimes in this lifetime it might not be their life path. So we have to recognize that and accept that. Surrender what is, because it is what it is, and we can't really force or push or do anything about that. I mean, you can try, but I don't feel like it's gonna make you feel very good. So bottom of the deck is surrender resentments. Holding on to resentments only poison you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. I also feel, letting that go and focusing on self is really the best move here. Okay, I'm not really drawn to my other decks except for tarot right now. And I love the Dark Mansion Tarot. Has, I think, beautiful artwork. And yeah. So when I shuffle all these cards, I just ask for collective message. cards wanting to come out. Okay, Knight of Wands. So it was in reverse. Sorry about the clock. Just gonna let it play out. It's 3 p.m. where I am. I'm in California. Anyway, the Knight of Wands. So it's in reverse. So I feel like some passionate situation or person may have left your life, or something may not have worked out as you had hoped. I am seeing the Six of Pentacles, so this is a reminder card of, you don't want to constantly be giving to someone, especially if it's a partnership, but even, in any relationship, constantly giving is not filling your own cup, so there's no balance there, so it's always going to be an imbalance. See, up here are the scales. You want the scales to be balanced. So this card is mainly about equal reciprocation and having that balance in order to, the Sun card. This is considered the best card in the deck, or one of the best cards in the deck. So this is like ultimate happiness. It was sideways, so again, you could be affected by whatever fiery, passionate energy this was that left or didn't work out. And you may be giving your energy, trying to either get this person or situation back, or this was how you were in that relationship, causing the imbalance there. But being balanced will bring about more sunshine in your life. So let's see. Oh, Justice is on the bottom of the deck, and that too talks about the scales and, finding that balance. I see the Sword here, so, cutting those cords of things that don't serve you well, and in getting to a more reciprocated outcome. This does not mean with that particular person. This just means in general. And the Strength card. So just remember that everything we go through, shows that you have much strength within, and it kind of builds strength. So it came out in the upright position, so it's just saying, I just kind of feel like you mastered some sort of lesson in whatever this situation is for you, and that I kind of hear like next stage. You're at the next level, next stage, and ready for the next lesson. I know no one wants to hear that, but it's leveling up, growth and expansion, and continuing to find your way, Seven of Wands came out here, so you may be a little kind of guarded from whatever has transpired in the past, even though you do have this strength. Whether you see it or not, it is there. You got through it. It's added to who you are today, even if that is a little guardedness. Let's see what else comes out with that. The Hierophant. The Hierophant can be rigid, so let me grab another card here. And the King of Swords is rigid too, so that might be needed now. And the Devil card is behind that, but in reverse, so that's the past. So the King of Swords is like a no-nonsense kind of man or woman, but in this case, he's just like, nope. And the Hierophant can be like a kind of belief system, or it could be a way of life, or it could be, usually it's like a contract of some kind. So, I mean, maybe you have like a set plan going forward that you're kind of following down, or like a checklist, so you don't fall back into a toxic relationship, or have to get into situations that are not serving you well. So, you know, being the King of Swords for a little while, if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do to attain the Sun, the happiness, and to find that balance again. So Ace of Cup in reverse. So I would focus on filling your own cup right now. You know, do that complete healing, that surrender to complete healing, so you can get to this wonder and awe and self-forgiveness, right? For possibly putting up with stuff that you maybe shouldn't have, or that you wish you hadn't, but, you know, again, it's got you to where you are today, you know, and taught you things that you needed to learn. So that's a good thing. That was going to pop out, but I think that's it for these cards anyway. So I'm going to do one last deck here, which is my Spirit Animal Oracle, which I love, and the pictures are really pretty. You know, cutting certain people out is necessary, so do what you need to do to fill your own cup here. Sorry, I had to add that little tidbit in. Look, these cards are pretty even on the back. Okay, I'm going to do that again because that was too many. Yeah, the energy's jumping today, so I don't want that many cards. Maybe there's a lot of messages for the collective. But I'm just looking for one or two, possibly. Spirit doesn't always listen to me, though, so sometimes I have to take what I get. Okay, one or two cards for the collective. Most important messages. There we go. So one, Cat Spirit, claim your independence. So this is reminding me of the infinite supply card here. You know, you have all you need within you, and you don't have to seek out externally. It's a pretty picture, huh? You know, this is about the strength, too. There's a cat in this picture, too. And look, I just also want to point out self-forgiveness, self-employment. So it's about self right now. I haven't seen this one yet. Oh, well, these are good. They came out together, so I do read those sometimes. Okay, so Pig Spirit. it says use your mind wisely. So this is reminding me of King of Swords and, you know, Justice also, and the Hierophant, and, you know, using kind of what you've experienced and having that help you to find the balance that's needed for yourself and find the happiness that you do desire, and relying on, you know, the strength of your wisdom. And then you have the Horse Spirit, where it says freedom is yours. So especially with, you know, all these surrender cards, like surrendering to the idea you can fix someone, and surrendering the comparisons with other people, and surrendering to complete healing, and even surrendering to what is, you know, that is freedom by letting that stuff go and surrendering to it. Then you have Otter Spirit, which is just reminding you that you are never alone. So even if, you know, a situation with the knight didn't work out, or, you know, a passionate kind of situation, or, you know, an interest didn't fall into place like you had wanted, you know, you're not alone. A lot of people face the same thing. So maybe it's nice to find a support group, or find your tribe, you know, that you can seek out some support on that, or just so you don't feel like you're alone in these kind of situations. And then Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. So think about what you want. And that's card number 38, and 8 plus 3 is 11. So that is a beautiful angel number. So confirmation that you have the ability to dream what you want and make it a reality. So start thinking about what you want to manifest. Set your intentions on the new moons. Release whatever is standing in your way during the full moons. And, you know, write it down what you want to try to draw in, you know. So that concludes my reading for you. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will hopefully get on again soon to do another reading for you. Have a great day. Bye.